Hello, friends. Welcome to day 14 of our Grace campaign. Thank you for joining me again today. If today is your first time, the Grace campaign is a 30-day journey that I've embarked on, where I'm sharing on understanding and living out the grace of God. And it is taken from my latest book, Mama Grace. Mama Grace is my third book that have just been released a couple of weeks ago. And I'm just trying to do this grace campaign to make us understand better the grace of God and to help us to live it out. So for the last 14 days, I've been doing a daily video. And if you missed any of those videos, I want to encourage you to visit our YouTube channel or visit our Facebook page, My Pain Your Gain Ministries, where you can watch those videos. Every day I come to you with a thought about grace. I share my experience and revelation about grace. And I believe anyone that has been watching them have really been blessed. I've been blessed myself sharing it. It has also enriched my life and it continues to enrich my life. So today we are on day 14. And today now we are going into the nitty-gritty of living out the grace of God. We're going to be talking about an area of grace that we all need, an area of life that we all need grace. And that is in the area of forgiveness. There is grace to forgive. There is grace to forgive. Many times we undermine forgiveness until we have been badly hurt. That is when you know that forgiveness can be tough, it can be difficult. I once heard a man of God preaching one time, and then he said, before he had an experience, he used to tell people, forgive, forgive, and he'll be quoting scriptures. But he said when he went through a very tough experience and he needed to forgive, it broke him. And after that, when each time he's preaching, he would just be very calm and say, brethren, you need to forgive, forgive, because he knew how difficult forgiveness can be. I know that forgiveness can be tough, and that is why there is grace to forgive. I'm going to read briefly from the book. I said, if there is one area that we all need grace, it is in the area of forgiveness. Every Christian knows that God wants them to forgive. The scriptures make it explicit that forgiveness for Christians is not optional, but something that God requires us to do. Many of us also know that holding on to unforgiveness adversely affects our health. I have heard it said that refusing to forgive is like drinking poison and expecting your enemy to die. Even though we know all this, many of us still struggle to forgive. And to be honest with you, forgiveness does not come easily, especially when you've been badly hurt. And that is why we need grace to forgive. So this is what I'm going to be talking about for the next couple of days, on how we can receive that grace to forgive. So make sure that you join me again tomorrow. But what I want you to take away from here today is that there is grace to forgive. That area that you are struggling to let go, that you are struggling to forgive, there is grace to forgive. And as you continue with me on this journey, you will get to understand how that grace works, and you also begin to experience it in your life. So once again, this is day 14 of our grace campaign. If this video has blessed you, make sure you share it with your network, and make sure you also grab a copy of the book where I explain more in depth the concept that I'm sharing with you on this grace campaign. The book is available on Amazon.com, Amazon.co.uk, or any Amazon website operational in your country. And you can get it in both paperback and in Kindle versions. And it's also available on okadabooks.com, where you can download it as an ebook to your electronic device. So make sure that you get a copy of the book, because I only just share some surface things with you on this campaign. To get more in-depth knowledge, you need this book. And I believe the book will also serve as a reference material for you, because there are some things that you read, it blesses you now, and you underline it, you write beside it, and you want to come back to it years later or months later. That is why you need this book. Even though I'm the author of this book, this is my own copy, and I can show you where I have underlined, where I'm writing in it. So I believe it's going to be a great blessing. So make sure you grab a copy of the book or get it for somebody that you know needs the grace of God in their life. And by the way, who doesn't need the grace of God? So thank you again for joining me on day 14 of our grace campaign. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, God bless you and enjoy.